Hello, America. I'm John Lee. I was just out here reading one of my favorite books. It's kind of a compilation of things, right? It's called The Declaration of Independence, the United States Constitution, the Bill of Rights and Amendments, and other historical documents. I know it's backwards up there. If there ever was a codex for what it means to be an American, what it means to have rights, what it means to be governed, and how we are governed, this would be it. I wanted to read some words from this document, and it's ones that you probably come across a lot, but it's not the ones we focus on. Our words have impact. We all know that. Depending on the way we express ourselves is the way that we're received, and thus whether or not a dialogue is started or an argument, peaceful compromise or a battle. Words are important. And words were absolutely important at the founding of our country. In fact, many Americans at that time chose their words a lot better than I just did, or we do now. They literally convened one of the first aspects of a Congress that we've ever seen in the United States just to decide on which words to use to express their unified goal. We don't like to admit that the forefathers had a lot of different ideas. We believe that the fact that they all wanted the same thing for America, and they all had the same ideas on how to get there. They had one dream, one specific method, one specific route. But it wasn't like that. Just like today, there was division. And that division is actually what founded one of the freest societies on the in the world and in history. A lot of people have different definitions of free too, right? I'm sure people watching this, somebody out there is going, oh, we're free, right? The reason that we're free is because this document and these documents, they're still valid. They're still here. They're still legally enforceable. I want you to listen to these words real quick. When in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them and divided them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, notice the word there, to secure these rights, not to eliminate them, not to diminish them, to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its power in such form as to them that shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence indeed will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes. And accordingly, all experience has shown that the mankind are more disposed to suffer, while evils are sufferable, than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. Now, I don't know if you caught that last part, but basically what it tells you is that human beings in general are more comfortable accepting tyranny than rising up against it. Now, I know many people here may think I'm speaking to a specific group, but the tyranny I speak of affects all groups, all citizens. The stereotyping, the divisiveness, the constant branding of those who disagree with you as an enemy, the calling upon the American people time and time again to fix the problems caused by the American government. How often has your politician looked to you and said, your voice matters, but not until election day? How often has your politician looked at you on the screen and said, you, America, must rise. You must stop this madness. You yourself must end whatever my opponent is doing. Do they get magical powers on election day? Do they not have powers now? Do they not have powers before that? Have they not had power this entire time? Isn't that why we hired them? Partisanship, my friends. That's the real tyranny. I challenge you to look up what laws, what movements, what bills, and what actions both Republicans and Democrats have taken to eliminate write-in candidates, to make independents harder to reach the top, to make their lobbying, gerrymandering, monopoly of power right in front of your eyes cause 90% of your problems. I look to the left and I look to the right and I look to the center and I ask you all, can't every single one of your problems be fixed by enforcing your inalienable rights, by enforcing your constitutional rights, by enforcing the fact that you have a legal right to live, to have justice, to pursue happiness? Name a problem in America that you want to fix that cannot be fixed with a system like that. You know who ignores the Constitution? DC.